Good afternoon, folks. Dustin here, up here at Gold Red Engineering. Excuse me, a bit hot today. I've just got back, had a little trip with the family over the weekend. And I was supposed to go away last weekend, but the weather kept us from going away. So I haven't done a video for a little bit, but I just wanted to show you guys something. And I know you're all going to hate me. That is the 10-inch coil. So they have arrived, and we're going to work through this list. I wanted to show you guys something. It's a little bit windy out here. We'll get that on. Oh, there was too much wind. Let's go over here out of the wind. Let me get this thing to stabilise. Little piece there. Alright, yep, barely register. Didn't even register. So everyone's been asking if this coil is sensitive as the 5-inch. What are we running at the moment? We're in difficult. I'd say for a very small piece, that's not getting much depth on it, but it's definitely still going to pick up the small stuff if it's on the surface. No doubt about it. A little bit bigger bit. A little reefy bit. That's about, what would you call that? An inch? I'd say that's probably about 0.15. That's pretty good. Just in difficult too, by the way. Obviously, if we jump over to normal, we're going to get much better sensitivity. That's what I love about this machine. So fast. With that ding. Listen for that ding. So let's add a number 5. Anyway, so the monster coils are in, obviously. Now, just have to have a look. I'm sure you all know Gold Monster has been one of the most successful detectors that I've seen in my time. I've never seen so many people getting a unit and getting out there and being so successful from day one, and then driving the demand even further and further. The gold price obviously is one factor, but the discrimination aspect of this coil is the big one. It's huge, actually. I might have to pause this video. Looks like a couple of customers want to get through the front door and I've blocked it all up. One sec. Too funny. That was just Dennis coming in. Wanted to come and say hello. Anyway, let me just turn this detector off a second. Alright, check this out. Very light. Nice little snap on. It's a good plate. Now, what I was saying before, obviously this detector has been one of the most successful. You imagine how many people have actually bought this coil in Australia. Oh, sorry, this detector in Australia, and the amount of people that want that coil. Now, I don't think people really understand the numbers, but understandably, we've had customers getting angry with us because they want to know where the coils were, and I don't know whether they've been stuck in holding or duties or what. But we saw them land in America first, and now we've seen them here. We've got a big old box over there with 2000s. We've got some 8000s. We got the 10 by 6 coil. So what we can do at this stage is we work through the list, and we get a lot of people that are ordering, and then when we go to contact them, then I answer the phone. We're seeing a redirection. So we put basically a policy in place, because we know a lot of people are trying to buy these coils under fake names. It's created a whole job for us. We have a massive spreadsheet. We've probably got about 100 names, 100 different addresses, a bunch of different emails, and we run every order through that. And if it's something sus, we cancel it, we refund, give them their money back, and we move on to the next person. And we're trying to make sure that the stock's getting to the Australian market. That's our priority. So while it takes a little bit longer to bang them out, we want to make sure that these coils are getting into the hands of Australian prospectors and getting used here, and so you guys can be successful out in the field. So saying that, obviously there's a bunch of people that have contacted us and said, we've ordered online, or we've been waiting. Even before these coils became available, we already had a list of people that who've been prospecting for a long time, said, we bought the detector if the new coil, if and when the coil comes out, we want one. So we had people that were already there prior to the announcement that these coils were coming, and then we've got a bunch of people that have ordered since when they've told us that they were shipping. So we'll do our best to prioritise fairly those people that have asked to be contacted, those people that have pre-purchased, and so we'll be ringing you. And we sort of have a 2-day policy. If we ring you, leave a message, ring you again, leave a message, you don't come back to us, within day 3, we'll allocate that stock to the next person on the list. And so, yeah, I mean, unless you've prepaid for one, then generally we just ship it out. We don't chase you up. But we do like to contact people to make sure that they are still at the address that they put down on their order. So most of the time we're going to contact you anyway. So if you get a call from us, if it's mobile, we've got a mobile number in here as well. Yeah, do get back to us as soon as possible. We know some of you out there detecting what have you. On that note as well, I think it's been so busy. This whole year's been so busy. And there's another courier, sorry. Basically what we've put in place is that we've put a customer_service@highbanker.com.au email account, and that's the go-to for inquiries, chasing up orders, shipping inquiries, sales inquiries. The reason we've done that is because obviously I've been running this business for 12 years now. Everyone has my email account. We get a lot of emails. So basically everyone has access to that. So nearly all the staff have access to that customer_service email account, which means you can get a response quicker. I probably get on average about 1,000 emails a day. And generally my phone rings every 2 or 3 minutes, and I can't physically get back to everybody. It's the same in the shops at the moment. We've got 2 stores, the phones ring non-stop. We can only talk to the customers in front of us, and if we've got people in store and we're helping them, we can't grab the phone. So it's a bit of a flow-on effect. So we've put that email into play. We've also put new additional staff in the warehouse, so they're starting to work really well. But we're still backlogged. You get backlogs in the day when you've got back orders like these coils and 2000s. A wife will have to spend the next 4 or 5 hours, probably the next 3 days, going through and making sure that the right people are getting those calls in a timely manner. What I would say to you is ringing up and saying, well, I've ordered one, or I've been waiting. If you haven't called you, it's because your name hasn't come up. I'm just speculating here, but if I had to guess, I'd say that probably close to 2,000 Gold Monster 2000s have been sold in Australia. That's just a guess. With all the allocation, I know I talked to most dealers, and if we had the stock, everyone would be selling 15 a day, just to give you an idea. So the volume, the demand's there. Just a sheer volume of product that mine are having to pump out at the moment in this environment where we've got shortage of supply, we've got issues with manufacturing, we've got freight issues, we've got duty issues, tariffs. This is the reason why we stopped exporting. So as a company, we don't export anymore. We're just doing PNG and New Zealand. That's our focus: Australia, New Zealand, and PNG. We won't export to America. We don't sell any products overseas anymore, and that's because this tariff system has made it way too difficult. So we're just trying to look after our little patch of dirt and do the best that we can right here. I think we've got a really good network, really good dealer network in Australia, and we've got a great industry. So I had a few things to go through. Obviously, Gold Monster coils are here. I assume we'll just get, like with the 8000s and the 2000s, we'll continue to get a delivery every week, and we'll contact you as your name comes up. If you are going away and your details are changed, if you are going to be off grid for 3 weeks and uncontactable, shoot us an email and just let us know. That customer_service@highbanker.com.au. Shoot us an email with your order number and just let us know that if you're going to be uncontactable, an email address would be preferred, and whatever, if you need us to, if you let us know if your movement's changed. That's all I'm trying to say. We haven't seen any of the 3 coil packs yet. We did get some 2 coil packs through, which we've got out to people that were very early on the piece that purchased those and took the 9-inch coil, the standard coil option. So we've got a few of those in and out. We've got some more 8000s today, so we're getting those out the door. So we'll let you know when the 3 coil packs come in. I know a lot of people are desperate for those. If we knew how many normal coils were coming in and 2 coil packs, we could try and sort of bundle them up, but we just sort of don't know the numbers that are coming through at the moment. So we're doing our best. And on that, the training, working on a training module. We've got some people that have been doing some training with Cole and Maggie. Kind of a combination of field experience, the stuff that MindLab's given us, and some notes and observations. We're all sort of coming together to create a really good training module that we feel best supports you. And we're also going to work on a bit of a day. Still planning that day out at Warwick, and we're hoping to get some really good industry people down with knowledge to help you guys be more successful out in the field. So we are working on that, and I'll let you know more down the track. What else have we got in here? Polyurethane. We just got a whack last week. They told us that the polyurethane's gone up again, so a 4% increase on material costs. That's our 3rd material cost in 6 months. So we haven't passed that on yet, but unfortunately we're gonna have to move that polyurethane price a little bit. But I don't think that's going to be that significant. Obviously we've got an end of financial year special on at the moment till the end of the month. So if you want to, we're doing 10% off just about most products, nearly all products. What else have we got? Oh, steel. So it doesn't affect us as much, the steel. It has affected us for the rock crushers, but your Tiger and your CC picks, you know, our steel's going up again. That's a pretty big one, so I fully expect to see a bit of a price rise on that one. It's a bit of a nightmare, but that's to do with fuel as well. That's the flow-on effect of the fuel. I know that the fuel prices come down, but that doesn't mitigate what it's cost to produce and get it to this point where it's a sellable product, and already in Australia that'll take another 6 months to flow. And actually, steel industry is one of the few ones that actually does pull back. They do adjust all year round, so hopefully we'll see a bit of a pullback on that one. Queensland Prospecting Association. That one is, we were really hoping to kick off taking membership start of this month. The advice was that we're probably better off to start in a new financial year. The biggest issue that I've had is dealing with the banks. So we've got not-for-profit status. We have ABNs, we have everything done, but been dealing with ANZ to this point, and just the amount of information and framework and the things they're asking us to do that aren't required by the association, it's just caused delay after delay after delay. So at this stage, we're planning on kicking off from the 1st of July. There's just 2 or 3 things that we have to get in place before we can do that, and we can really start kicking that can down the road. So I'll probably pop a video up on that page, the QPFA.org later, but that's kind of where that's at. On all other reports, I'm getting constant text messages from people saying that they're absolutely killing it out there with the 2000s. I'm getting, I want to say 70-30 on the 8000s, but quite a few customers that live in the gold fields that thought that they would be able to find some deeper gold in areas that they've been working extensively over the last 10-15 years. The reality is a lot of people have been out there with, 25-inch coil, or they've they've actually excavated a metre away from that ground and hoping that there'd be something there and not finding that. Most of those guys that have moved on to other gold fields have been able to find some gold and they've enjoyed it. There's just some, you get some weird feedback from some people. I think once everyone works out what the 8000 does so different to the previous detectors, those people will be very successful in what they're doing. But I still say, I've been saying it from day one, the 8000 isn't for everybody. A lot of the time that the 6000 is going to do everything you need and then some. The 7000 as well, absolute weapon of a machine. That ZVT tech is unreal. But I think the 8000 not for everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. I think, and if you were going to, in a perfect world, if you had 8000 and 2000, that's going to be awesome. I personally haven't had a swing of the 13-inch coil yet. I didn't want to take a coil away from my customers, so I didn't keep a coil here to play with. I didn't get to play with one in Victoria at the training either. I used a 17-inch coil, which is absolutely amazing. That anti-interference coil is going to really change how a lot of people operate, especially those detectorists. I think that's where it's going to shine. getting closer to those boundary lines, working around power poles, working around other detectorists. Myself and Ashley used that down in the Golden Triangle, and we were digging targets, so we didn't even realise that there was another prospector right behind us, about 5 metres away in a hole. And obviously our detector was making his go crazy, but we didn't even know he was there, and our detector was running quiet. So that's how powerful that 17-inch coil is. So really excited to see what happens when those coils get in the hands of prospectors and they get out there. We are working on a giveaway. I need to talk to Paul from DLR Bags, and I need to lock in a few bits and pieces to do this giveaway. But this is going to be a giveaway for our 6,000 customers, and we'll put together, it's a bit of a pack. I think we haven't done one of those for a while. We did manage to get a detector out to an awesome customer who goes in every competition, always tagging lots of friends, and so she won a detector last week. That was pretty cool. But we'll do another comp very soon. We're just chasing our tail at the moment. That's all it is. And in a financial year and production issues, we just run off our feet. On that note, I know just about everyone's got my mobile number, and I've changed my mobile number for forever, for over 25 years. And I like that people, I'm contactable, people can get in touch with me. At the moment, on an average, like I said, my phone generally, I put my phone on airplane mode now, but it generally rings every 2 to 3 minutes. And often when I'm on the phone, I'll talk to someone, it might be 15 minutes, I'll hang up and I've got 3 missed calls, 3 voicemails. And then I'm getting the emails through from customer service to call this customer back. So if it's urgent, definitely I'm not the first port of call. I'm generally in production. I'm generally not sitting around the retail store, or at the moment I don't even have a desk here. I've got another office in production. So I'm generally there until we get all the production issues sorted. I'm there. I'm going to be in there to get everything fixed. Yes, this is a cable tie. I dropped my mic clip before and broke it, so cable tie it is. Pretty cool, high tech stuff. So yeah, the 0732840165. That's head office landline. That should be your go-to for chasing anything up. You're going to get a response quicker. I'll get back to you. If you call me and leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But my callback list is generally at least 16 to 20 deep. And I do my best to call everyone back as fast as I can. But sometimes it's just playing tag, ringing people. So just wanted to put that out there, that phone number. You're generally going to get an answer pretty quick. If it's engaged, it literally just means all the lines are tied up. And so you have to call back until it's not engaged. We're going to put another system in there that will actually just go to voicemail and send an MP4 off to everybody. So we've all got access to the voicemails. We can call people back as appropriate. But as we grow, these are all the growing pains. I certainly don't want to put in some sort of call assistant or have someone answer the phones that's not here, that doesn't know what they're talking about, and redirect the calls. We want to make sure that we still, you get to speak to someone who knows what they're talking about, and everybody in our company knows what they're talking about. So anyway, this video has gone on for way too long. I did just really want to make sure that everyone knew that these were here. A lot of people freaking out. I was too. Seen them in America. We're not getting them. Didn't get to play with one. I got one in the shop here if you want to have a look. And I've just done a little bit of testing, just putting these little bits of gold. I've been putting these Kiwi flakes. They weigh nothing. I've been putting those on the coil, getting really good response. And as you can see, I'm in my tub here. I've got aluminium,